take a look at this chart. Bitcoin has just fallen below this red line. The last time that we've done that was in 2019 when we rallied all the way up, we dipped below this red line and we plummeted by more than 50%. Is Bitcoin about to do precisely that? Are you tired of being in the rat race? Do you want multiple streams of income? Do you want more free time to do the things you actually like? There's only one day left. The clock is ticking. $19,000 of value for only $91 a month. You need as little as 5 minutes per week to change your life. Here's what you're gonna get when you sign up. You're gonna make way more money trading and investing. You're gonna have multiple streams of income. You're gonna get out of the rat race. You're going to have way more free time to do the things you actually like. And by the way, you can cancel at any time. It's a no-brainer. Go to CryptoCrewUniversity.com. The clock is ticking. Don't miss out. Click on this box right here. That's the most value and the most popular. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Now, let's jump into this chart. We're on the weekly chart, Bitcoin US dollar index, and what we have is the pi cycle bottom. The pi cycle bottom is comprised of two moving averages of 471 and 150. They're both in the daily. Now, we happen to be on the weekly chart. It does not change the parameters of our moving averages. They remain the same. Once you have them on the chart, there is a red line and a green line. The green line is our slow line and it acts as sort of our base. When we go below the green line, that's the market cycle bottom here, market cycle bottom here, and market cycle bottom here. Once we come out of that market cycle bottom, we have this red line cross the green. That's when the market starts moving. Once this red line crosses, market starts moving. Once this red line crosses, market starts moving, and even all the way back in 2012. But what we've noticed is that we had this red line cross. The market did start moving. Bitcoin pretty much doubled in the span of 2023. But we're faced with a problem. We were supposed to hold this red line as support if we wanted a healthy bull run, if we wanted a healthy market cycle. We've just shown a red flag. We've dipped below this red line, which, by the way, in 2016, it never happened. We never dipped below this red line. And when we did, it was here, which was foreshadowing of a major cross. And in 2019, we did not dip below the red line. Unhealthy rally from about 3K to 14K. And then we dipped our head below this red line. That was foreshadowing of a 50% plummet, similarly to what we just described before. We've noticed that this red line is a major line. So the question is, are we going to act like we did in 2019 when we fell below this red line? We actually had a rally here that was over a 50% rally. From our base here all the way up. This was a 60-something% rally. This is something that we pointed out weeks ago, which could happen to Bitcoin. Again, this 50% plummet didn't happen in 1 or 2 days or even a week. It was multiple months later that we actually fell 50%. The fall below this red line was foreshadowed because we had a huge rally here, but a failed rally, plummet back down. And then we had an even bigger rally here, but again, it was a failed rally and we plummeted back down. And the chart that we showed you just earlier today with the Stochastic RSI cross, with the past 4 or 5 of them equaling about a 50% rally in Bitcoin, could this happen where Bitcoin rallies 50 or 60 or even 70%, gets everybody really excited, and then has a further plummet down? Is that in the cards? And the short answer is yes. There's no evidence to suggest that that wouldn't happen. There's also no evidence to suggest that that's a definite to happen. There are no certainties in trading. If you're looking for a chart where somebody's going to tell you 100% of the time this happens, that's BS. A simple way to understand this chart is 66% of the time, it happens every time. What does that mean? Well, in every market cycle we've had so far, if we break this red line, 66% of the time we come down and hold this green line as support. So we can say the most certain thing we can say is 66% of the time happens every time, that's BS if you think about what that actually means. But that's the facts. There are no certainties in trading. There's no chart that's going to say 100% this, 100% buy, or 100% sell. That's BS. If anybody's promising you that, run for the hills. But what we can do is we can look at probabilities and based on facts and evidence in the chart, we can look at many different angles, which we're doing right now. Special gift. I'm going to give a special gift to the first 10 people who hear this and sign up. Your time starts now. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Earlier, we showed you the chart with the Stochastic RSI. Undeniable, what's happened in the past several years. This chart, undeniable, what's happened so far in Bitcoin's history. We dropped below this red line. Should we be concerned? Obviously, we dropped below the red line. In 2015, 2016, we didn't drop below at all. When we dropped below, it was here. That was foreshadowing of a major crash. Every time we drop below a red line here, it's foreshadowing of a major crash to come. The key is it's not right away, so it catches everybody off guard. And in between here, we have pretty large rallies, which gets people very excited, right? So stay tuned for that, because what we have is some foreshadowing of some turmoil that could be coming in multiple months ahead, 3 to 6 months from now. In order to avoid that, Bitcoin is going to try its best to use this stochastic RSI to get a lot of momentum into the market to shift those monthly charts that right now are starting to shift a little bit bearish on the monthly charts. And by the way, those charts have not closed. Some people, unfortunately, not a lot of education, will say, oh my God, last week Steve showed all these charts that were really bad. None of them have closed. I said it repeatedly in those videos that none of those charts have closed. I will say it repeatedly again, and there'll still be some idiots that are like, I thought Steve said. Oh my God. I digress. But now, what we have in front of us is a clear stochastic RSI cross. Definitive fact in the chart. What we have in front of us is a clear breach of this line. Definitive fact. These things are undisputable. What we are ready for is anything. As I said at the beginning of this year, I stated 3 bold things that were argued beyond belief, right? I said, number 1, I think 2023 is going to be phase 1 of the bull. Number 2, I said, I think Bitcoin's best case scenario, the best case scenario that Bitcoin could ever do in 2023 is a high of 48K. Best case scenario. Number 3, I said the worst case scenario would be a retest of our base. Now, all of these things were argued beyond belief. Some people said I was delusional for having a high of 48K, but all the Bitcoin bulls said that that's ridiculous. We're going way higher than 48K. All the Bitcoin bears laughed at a retest of the base. They screamed that we're going way lower in 2023. And guess what? We're almost done with 2023. All 3 of those things are still true. All 3 of those things that I said way at the beginning of the year are still true, right? We're still intact with all of them. So I remain cold, hard facts, staying true to what we said at the beginning of the year. None of them have been proven otherwise, and we will remain there until the facts and the charts prove it otherwise, okay? So we're still just fine. We're in this phase of like, hey, the next 3 or 6 months, this might be a foreshadowing sign. We're going to see if Bitcoin's strength and power of the stochastic RSI can reverse those monthly charts before the end of the month. That's where we stand. I'll see you right back here. I'm going to try to pump out a 3rd video. Go to CryptoCrewUniversity.com. I want to help you get financial freedom. Stop messing around with your financial freedom. You're in the rat race. You're tired of worrying about money. You're always wondering what should you do. I'm going to break it down step by step in the Financial Freedom Academy. You're going to leave with multiple streams of income. You're going to leave with way more free time. You're going to leave with an absolute plan. You're going to leave with financial freedom. Go sign up before it's too late. There's only 1 day left. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs. I want to have you earn 5 times more. There's mini courses, form alerts, trade alerts, live videos. My courses have the largest discount right now, but only for a limited time. Our courses have changed so many lives.
I experienced my first big winning trades, over 100% gain.
They have learned to turn off my emotions and be patient and gave me direction for my business activities.
They give you the approach to deal with everything.
If you're not sure whether you should do it or not, I highly recommend that you do.
This is your transformation. You're going to turn it all around starting right now. CryptoCrewUniversity.com.